Namaste everyone, welcome back. So we have already covered adaptations in plants. Adaptations are special features developed in living organisms that help them to survive in their habitat. Habitat is a natural place where a living organism lives. So today we will be discussing adaptations in animals. I will be sharing my screen for the same. So adaptations in animals. So here we will be covering adaptations in animals depending upon the different environment. Environment are the surroundings where an organism lives. So we will be studying terrestrial animals, aquatic animals, amphibians, aerial animals, and arboreal animals. And special terms which we will take up today are hibernation and estivation. Then we will be studying adaptations for food in herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, scavengers, parasite, and we will take up important terms, predators, prey, and host. Then we will take up adaptation for protection, that is camouflage, speed, and hard shell. Then we will be discussing extinct animals and endangered animals. Today we will be discussing adaptations in animals depending upon different environment. So first we will be studying what is the habitat. Habitat is the place where an organism naturally lives is called its habitat. Adaptations, these are the special features required by an organism to adjust itself in a habitat. Like plants, animals also undergo changes to adapt to their surroundings. Look at the picture and identify the habitat. So the habitat of the camel is desert, and for monkey it is trees, and here it is the aquatic animal shown in the picture. So now adaptations in animals depending upon the different environment or different habitat. So we can divide animals depending upon the habitat as terrestrial, aquatic, amphibian, aerial, and arboreal. And under terrestrial animals, we have polar region, those who are staying in polar region, mountain, and deserts. Moving to the first category, that is the polar region. So we know that the terrestrial animals are those animals which live on land. Okay, because of the varying climatic conditions, they have different adaptations. So first we will be taking up adaptations in polar regions. So we know that the polar regions have extremely cold weather. So in the picture, you can see this Arctic fox, and with that we have polar bears, we have penguins, seals, walrus, etc. Those who are living in the polar region. These animals have thick, hairy fur. You can see in this picture that these animals are having thick, hairy fur. They also have thick layer of fat under the skin, which is called blubber. So this polar bear, penguins, and this Arctic fox, they have thick layer, which is known as blubber. Due to the scarcity of food, animals like bear, frog, and snake sleep through the winters. This winter long sleep is called hibernation. Because of the scarcity of food, their physical activity decreases. So that's why they go for sleep. And this is known as long winter sleep. And from where do they get energy at this time? They get energy from the fat which is stored in their body. Moving to the next habitat, that is mountains. So what are the various adaptations in mountain animals? Mountains again have very cold weather. So they have very thick fur on their body, and these animals have strong hooves to walk on the slopes. Since they have to walk on the slopes, so they need to have strong hooves to hold their body. So the few examples here are, this is the mountain goat. You can see mountain goat on the tree, and this is a sheep, and then we have yak. So all of them are having the thick fur on their body. Again, this thick fur helps them to prevent from the very, very cold climatic condition. Then the next habitat is desert. Desert is very hot. They are having very hot weather. So the few examples here are camels, snakes, lizards. These animals also have thick skin as that of mountain animals and polar region animals, but they have very less hair. They have large amount of hair, okay, but these animals, to keep their body cold, they have very less hair and they have thick skin so that they can prevent from the water loss. They can prevent their body from the water loss. Some animals like snails, lizards, earthworm, they sleep for a long time in summer to escape heat. To prevent their body from heat, they go for long summer sleep. And this long summer sleep is known as estivation. So this is again a very important term. Estivation is long summer sleep, and snails, lizards, and earthworm they go under this estivation during the hot summer period. So these are the lizards, these are the snake, and these are the camels. So now the few characteristic features or adaptations in camel. The camel is called ship of the desert because it is the only vehicle used in the desert. In older times, it was the only vehicle used to travel from one place to another. So it is also known as the ship of the desert. Now, what are the adaptations? Due to the scarcity of water, it drinks a lot of water at one time. So camel drinks a lot of water at one time. It can stay without water for very long time. Hump on its back store fat for a long time period. So this camel have this long hump, and in this long hump, they store fat for the long time period. They also have very long legs and flat hooves. Why they have flat hooves? So that they should not sink in the sand. So that's why they have these strong hooves. They have double eyelids. Double eyelids prevent sand entering into their eyes. Moving on to the next habitat, we have aquatic animals. So aquatic animals are those animals which live in water. So what are the various adaptations? Most of aquatic animals breathe through gills. Fish have fins to move, whereas the whales and turtles, they have pedal-like flippers for the movement. The few examples of the aquatic animals are turtle, octopus, and this dolphin. So you can see that they are moving with the help of these flippers. So amphibians. Amphibians are those animals which live on both land and in water. So examples are frog and salamander. Now, adaptations in amphibians. Most amphibians have lungs to breathe on land and moist skin to breathe in water. The frogs have well-developed hind limbs which help them to hop on land and together with the webbed feet which helps them to swim. So you can see here in the diagram that this frog is having these strong hind limbs to hop and webbed feet in front so that they can swim in the water. So you can see in this picture, this frog is swimming in water. So this is the, again, another amphibian, salamander. So now aerial animals. Aerial animals are those animals that fly and spend maximum time in air are called aerial animals. So example of aerial animals are birds, bats, dragonfly, butterfly. So now what are the various adaptations in aerial animals? They have hollow bones which help them to keep their body light. So as they have to fly in air, they need to have very light bodies. So birds and other aerial animals, they have hollow bones. Okay. So they have boat-shaped body. So boat-shaped body is the body which they have at the edges. They are narrow and they are broader at the center. You can see in the picture. So here you can see that these animals, these are having shape boat shape in which their edges are narrow and their central part is little broader. So the wings and feathers help them to fly. So these wings and feathers in the bird help them to fly. The insects have lighter paper-like wings. So you can see that here this dragonfly have thin paper-like wings which help them to fly. So arboreal animals, animals that fly and spend majority of time on trees are called arboreal animals. Examples: monkey, squirrels, tree lizards, koala bear, etc. Adaptations: they have strong limbs and sharp claws which help them to climb on trees. Tail of monkey help them to hang on branches of tree, because when they will hang, then only they can catch hold the fruit they want to eat with their limbs. So they climb on trees with the help of their tail. Tail of monkey helps them to hang on the branches of tree. Hairy tail of squirrel help it to balance, maintain balance and avoid drop. So squirrels have hairy tail. So this is koala. So these are the squirrels. So these squirrels have hairy tail. So this is the tree lizard. So now it's time to discuss various keywords. The first one is hibernation. Long sleep by some animals during the cold winter month is known as hibernation. Estivation. Long sleep by some animals during summertime is known as estivation. So hibernation and estivation, they are just opposite to each other. Aerial animals. Animals that spend maximum time in the air and fly are known as aerial animals. Arboreal animals, animals that spend majority of their time on trees. Now it's time to check our knowledge and recapitulate. So think and answer. List adaptations by animals living in polar regions. List adaptation by animals living in deserts. List adaptations by amphibians. So I know my students are very intelligent and they will be able to answer all the questions and they have attained maximum out of it. If you still have any of doubt, you can go back to the slide and check the answer, or you can contact me. So these are the various slides where the answers are given. So thank you. I hope you have enjoyed this video. So thank you. Thank you, students. Take care and do these questions in your notebook.